Hello everybody, it's your old pal Tuna here, and welcome back to another video. I am an illustrator and comic maker from Vancouver, Canada, and for this video, I am actually in Burlington, Ontario right now because I am in town for a market called Tomo Arts Market that is taking place on the Sunday after when I am filming this right now. So I am here in Burlington staying with my good friend Joey. It is our 10-year friend-iversary, and he's come visit me in Vancouver a couple of times, so now I am here in Burlington to visit him, and he is my co-collaborator on 2 of my 3 graphic novels that I have previously produced. He is a writer and a fantastic human being, and I feel so lucky to be able to come and stay with him and enjoy a new part of the GTA that I've never experienced before, as well as have a free place to stay for my market in town. Anyway, I landed yesterday. We had a lovely afternoon together. We went out and watched the Toronto Maple Leafs knock out the Ottawa Senators in the NHL playoffs, and it's only Friday now, so we have today and tomorrow to hang out, chill, vacay, whatever, and then the market will be on Sunday. And this market is a small independent art market that is geared towards people who basically are my exact demographic, stuff that is cute, no fan art, and small artist businesses. And I have attended this one when it took place in Edmonton, I think it was a year and a half ago now. I do have a vlog for that. It's like the end of December of 2023. And I did quite well at that one. That was a 2-day event. This is a 1-day event. Same organizers, different vendors, different city, so I'm expecting it to be just as good, but also totally different. It's very nice to be totally prepared for a show because obviously I have already packed and brought with me and shipped ahead everything that I need for Sunday, so I can just be easy breezy until we get ready to go then. I will take you with me on some brief clips in Burlington and Toronto, but the main part of the video is going to focus on the Tomo Arts Market. I'll admit I'm still getting the hang of travel vlogs, so there will be a whole lot coming up over the next month or so. I'm going to be Toronto as I am now. I go home for a weekend, then I go to Calgary for OdaFest, then I go straight to Montreal for Montreal Comic Festival, back home for a weekend, and then back here to Toronto to do TCAF in early June. So you're going to be along for all that ride, but for now, let's spend some time in Burlington. Let's relax and have fun before we work all day on Sunday. And yeah, I hope you can experience something new alongside me and Joey. Okay, it's getting chaotic in there, so I just popped out into the alley to say hello to you guys before we get started. Good morning. It is time for Tomo Arts Market here we're basically in downtown Toronto. We thought it was going to take 2 hours to drive in this morning from Burlington, but it took 45 minutes. I'm scared of Toronto traffic. Like, I thought Vancouver traffic was unpleasant. Toronto traffic is a whole nother terrifying beast, but we made it in. We got here super early, so I was able to set up and get ready, and like there's still at least a half an hour before the show opens, and the show opens first for like VIPs, and then honestly I don't even know, I just go with the flow, but there's already a lineup. I think the first 50 people or the VIPs are getting goodie bags, and I'm getting super pumped. I really hope that this is successful. Obviously my expenses aren't crazy to get here, but they are still measurable, so I'm hoping to, you know what, if we can sell out of a couple of things, that would be a fun goal to set. The room looks amazing. All of the other artists are at basically the highest caliber possible. I feel really lucky to be included in this particular group of creative people. And I feel I'm the little fish in this particular pond, so I will definitely be doing some shopping and maybe some trading if it works out, but hoping it's gonna be busy from start to finish. Joey is gonna be here with me all day. He got me breakfast. I'm gonna drink my coffee, eat some food, get ready to go, and then, yeah, try and get some clips. We'll see how the day pans out.
Part is choosing what stickers to get.
I completely understand, and this is me being like pared down, you know?
You're gonna do the 5 for 10.
Absolutely. You can describe them for me.
Yeah, we'll get the grab them.
Oh, just describe them. Yes.
I was like, I can grab it.
All good.
The UFO one.
UFO kitty. Gotta get used to where they all are throughout the course of the day. All right, number 2.
The I bite.
I bite. Excellent.
The glass half full.
And that one is transparent if there isn't a sign. Perfect.
The bento box.
The bento kitty, yes. And one more.
And then the book club.
The book club. Yeah. Awesome. And can I get you a paper bag for those? Okay. The white pin? Absolutely. All right. And then paying with cash or card? Perfect. That is exactly correct. Perfect. It's a little early for math, but I'll do what I can. And treat you. Thank you so much. Have fun. This is great. Oh. How are you?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever met in person.
No.
It's so nice to meet you. I so want a cookie.
Sugar cookie, matcha white chocolate.
I mean, I want to eat a little alien bunny deeply. Thank you so much. They're like the Pillsbury ones. You know, yeah, like the Halloween ones, but alien bunny. Did you make these?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I saw you're at the end, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I have my partner and the front.
Good. Yes.
To honor
To actually have fun? Yeah? I usually do these alone, but I'm staying in town with my friend, and so he's my assistant today, but he's shopping right now, so very nice for him. Nice to meet you. I'll maybe see you later.
Can I do the crime scene one?
Crime scene kitty?
And then
Yes, totally. Awesome. Easy. Card is fine. Yeah, definitely. All right. Get those in a nice little bag. And there we go. And I'll throw in a little bonus one for your friend as well. Of course. All right. There's just a little tax, but it's not as much as your tax usually is, because I am set for BC tax right now. So $31.50 is the total, just on the screen for me. Oh yeah, of course.
and here they are.
I know when the door opened, like it was quiet back here, and now everyone's shifting. Hello, hello. How are you? Excellent, thank you.
Doing YouTube videos. Thank you so much. I'm from Vancouver, but I thought it'd be fun to come out to Tomo. Yes. It's a 40-minute video of me telling you about my life. Yeah, and I do like vlogs for the cons and stuff like that, but it's been, you know, it's hard to be an artist online, and YouTube's been a lot of fun for me. So thanks for watching. I know there's a sense of urgency, but you take all the time you need. It's kind of like I do stuff to my taste, so people who have a similar taste to me, you know, yeah. Oh, you're my hero. That's beautiful. Oh my god, that looks so good.
Matcha macchiato.
Thank you so much. I love this kind of ice cube. I don't know, it feels like it tastes better than a regular ice cube. Like it has the circle in the middle. How are you doing over there? There's a lot to choose from, no worries. Hey, you got a Vancouver t-shirt on. That's where I'm from. Oh my god, hello. Nice to meet you. I have stickers for fans. So there you are. Thank you for coming by. Are you from Toronto? Well, you know, I mean, Vancouver's not much of a vending destination. There's not as much cash flow there. But this has been great so far. I'm really glad I came, and it's a nice change of pace. And you waited in line for it and everything. Yeah, so you got the eyeball t-shirt. Cool. Yeah, if it slows down, I'll go shopping. But sometimes it's like good when it's busy, and then I'm like resist the urge to buy stuff I really don't need. You know what I mean? I have so much stuff. I know. I spend so much money on crap. It's crazy.
Sorry, I haven't brought a t-shirt other than these from Walmart for $10.
Yes, and you deserve it. Ooh, that is a good. It's like really nutty coffee.
Cool.
This is a sacrificial cell phone. My dad gave me this one because he got a new one, and this is a newer phone than my actual phone.
I didn't even realize it wasn't your phone.
Yeah, I have two phones. Yeah, and this weird music is coming from downstairs. There's some kids doing a catwalk. It's alright. I have so much footage of the camera falling over from this trip so far. I could do a super cut at the end. Tamagotchi, yes. Alrighty. So the two of them together and cash or card. Perfect, so just 15, thank you. I think I can make do, yes. That'll be 35 back to you. There is 35. Yes, the square one, you got it. I'll give you your goodies. And would you like a paper sleeve? Yes, of course. Alrighty, and I'll trade you for 5. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much. Hello, hello.
Alright everybody, I am back in the apartment now. Please enjoy these clips of me getting a tattoo from aves.tats on Instagram. I went out to Toronto by myself on the Monday after the show as I had one more full day before leaving on Tuesday. And yeah, I just wanted to get a chance to run around and do some stuff that you can't do in Burlington, like get a cool tattoo from somebody that you've known online for a while. Anyway, I am joining you here from the future to wrap up how the show went. I'm gonna keep it pretty short and sweet, as it's actually now May 14th, so it's been like over a week since I got back and since the show, so it's not that fresh in my mind at this point, as I'm pretty much fully preparing for my trip to Calgary, which is tomorrow morning. And anyway, you will see a vlog from that in the near future, I promise. And I really don't feel like there is a ton to say about Tomo. It was a fantastic time. I love a one-day show. Let me set up in the morning, let me take down in the evening. And I'm really convinced that the sales will expand to the time allotted. I think if more shows were a little bit more reserved in the time that they reserve for the actual show. Like, days don't need to be 9 hours long. They can be 5 to 7, and I feel that your sales will be pretty much the same. And 3-day shows, they can be 2-day shows. It's, you know, I don't know. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion because I don't like being on the show floor for any longer than I have to. But that being said, I did have a wonderful time seeing a lot of people, some people that I knew, some people that I didn't, some new fans, some old fans. And since this was my first show in Toronto, since before I kind of became the brand that I am today, it was a totally new audience for me to experiment with. And Toronto is very cool because people came out and there were 2-hour lineups the entire day. We opened at 11 for like the VIPs and then noon for general admission, went till 5, but actually 6 because the doors just kind of closed at 5 and then they were sort of letting everybody who was still in the line go through until 6 o'clock. And literally 2-hour lineups all day. I had a couple of people who texted me photos as they were like going by and they're like, yeah, sorry, I'm not gonna make it in because I don't want to stand in line for 2 hours, and I don't blame them. And of course, that meant that there was a lot of turnover throughout the day, so it was very busy from start to finish, lots of new faces as the day went on, whereas sometimes at cons, you'll see people kind of do a browse at the beginning of the day and then maybe not even make a purchase until the end of the day. So it kept things flowing and meant that sales were happening from the start to the end of Sunday. My friend Linda, who runs Mugo Bunny, if you know that brand, she is the organizer for Tomo and has been organizing them with help from other people in both Edmonton and Toronto since the series of markets began. And she's done a great job of not only having the branding for the show be really enticing and entertaining, not only during the show so that it is a lot of people that people will actually want to come out and stand in line for 2 hours to see, but getting the word out there and bringing it back year after year and bringing back the same people to the event because they know it's going to be good and they tell their friends about it, I assume. So shout outs to her, shout outs to everyone who stood in line. One more shout out to Joey and his family for hosting me in Toronto because I couldn't have asked for a more pleasant experience. There were only kind of 2 downsides that I didn't even really feel, but Linda wanted me to tell you guys that there was another event that she did not know about that was taking place in the building, and it was some kind of children's fashion show in the basement. I didn't actually witness it, but we all got to experience it because it was bass pumping music absolutely rattling the building for like the first couple hours of the day. I mostly found it entertaining, and as somebody who's very fidgety during the markets, I didn't mind an excuse to kind of bop back and forth, but a little unprofesh of the establishment to not let her know something else was going on. And on the note of lineups, there were like people who were complaining, but I feel like Linda did a pretty good job of posting multiple times that there were going to be lineups in advance and that the lineups were X amount of time long while the event was going on. But I can understand being disappointed by something like that, especially if you weren't checking social media in advance, but hopefully everybody who did stand in line felt it was worthwhile because I had a really fun time, but I didn't have to wait in line for 2 hours. So I'm not sure if Tomo is coming back next year, but if it is, I would absolutely travel back to Toronto for it because it was a $2,000 sales day, which is way above average and frankly what I was hoping for, so we love a W. I'm not sure if all of my events going forward are going to be as W, so we're going to take the ones we can get. So my Tomo table was I think $225, my flights were around $400, $450, so I don't know, I'm gonna round up my expenses to $750, so that still leaves me with $1,250 profit, not counting the merchandise cost, because I do that calculation separately. But that's very good for a single day's work, and I got to hang out with Joey for a few days around that, so yeah, I'm super pleased with how it went. I like that I'm starting in Toronto and ending in Toronto with TCAF in June, so it'll be interesting to compare how the TCAF event, which is more of like a comics-based event, is compared to this kind of cute art market event. I don't know. I feel that I'm sort of solidly in both niches, so we'll see which one pays off more. Oh yeah, one thing that I'll mention before I wrap this up that I thought was really interesting, is that there was a business from Toronto. They're a designer toy shop as far as I'm aware, and they are hosting their own designer toy themed convention, I think later this year or perhaps early next year. And they were attending the event and doing a live stream shopping situation. So they introduced themselves to everybody at the show in advance and were like, hey, here's who we are, here's what we're doing. And I was kind of like, how much are you charging on top of the product cost to these people? Like, you know, so I could understand that it was at least somewhat legitimate. To be fair, she did not answer my question as to how much. She said it was a percentage. But what they do is they frankly create a little bit of a ruckus in front of your table by holding up their phone and like showing all of your merch on the live stream and hyping it up and talking to try and make sales of your merchandise. And hey, you know, I was thinking about it, like technically I make more money if somebody does that than if they're buying something at a wholesale price in order to then sell for retail. So when you really think about it, I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with the concept as long as everything is above board. But I'm a little curious to see if this is something that's going to proliferate, if we're going to see more people doing this kind of like in-person shopping, because obviously a lot of these events are first of all expensive to get into, and second of all, you know, you might not live in the city where the artist that you like is selling. But it was very disruptive and I could definitely see people not wanting to participate in it because it involves like filming of your merchandise and then, you know, filming of me as well. So yeah, let me know what you think about this new phenomenon down in the comments, because I think I would bet on it being something that's going to, you know, start cropping up in more events around, I don't know, North America, the world. But yeah, I think that's it for this. I didn't mention, but I'm recording in my bedroom on my laptop for two reasons. The first reason is Mark is watching hockey in the living room out there, and the second reason is I gotta finish up this video to post it on Sunday because I procrastinated on editing. But it's been really nice going over all of the footage to relive the experience that I had in Toronto before heading off on my next one to Calgary. So if you are interested in more content like this from me, be sure to subscribe. Please like the video if you made it this far, and leave me a comment with any of your thoughts about what has been presented to you in this video here so far. We're gonna do a super fast shout out to everybody over on Patreon who is helping to support the channel. These are the people who directly enable me to make these videos as often as I can for you. And in exchange, they get all kinds of cool things like digital downloads, podcast newsletters, some extra videos, access to my secret shop, and my sleepy little Discord server. And those of who are subscribed at higher tiers get mailable rewards right to their door. Everybody in the Lunchbox Club gets a sticker sheet, and in the Big Lunch Club, get a sticker sheet plus 3 to 4 extra little somethings as well. But if any of these things interest you, please consider joining this list of amazing people over on Patreon by subscribing for $1 or more, as it makes a really big difference, and yeah, you get your name up here, so that's cool too. Regardless, I want to thank you for making it to the end of this video. Stay sparkly, don't let the cruel world dull your shine, and I will see you next time. Bye!